Breaking news: North Korean and Russian border flooded with train cars, report says. Washington-based analysts Beyond Parallel have released a report claiming that an increase in train traffic between North Korea and Russia since the summit between Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin indicates a likely transfer of arms. This number is unprecedented even when compared to pre-COVID levels, the group said on Friday, citing high-resolution satellite imagery that shows at least 70 freight cars at North Korea's border Tumangang rail facility. According to the report, in the previous 5 years, the rail yard had never seen more than 20 cars at once. The report concludes that the flurry of activity likely indicates North Korea's supply of arms and munitions to Russia, but that the tarps covering the shipping containers prevented any conclusive identification of their contents. This assessment follows reports the day before from CBS News, citing an unnamed U.S. official, that North Korea had begun sending artillery to Russia for use in the conflict with Ukraine. Ukraine's allies are worried that Putin and Kim may strike an arms deal following their meeting last month. North Korea is a mass producer of conventional weapons and is known to be sitting on large stocks of Soviet-era war material, albeit in an unknown condition. The U.S. has previously accused North Korea of supplying shells to Russia's Wagner Group. Russia has increased production of shells this year to an expected 2.5 million, but analysts have warned that this may be insufficient to meet the country's military needs. Ukrainian estimates place the number of rounds fired by Moscow's forces at around 60,000 per day. Putin said he saw possibilities for military cooperation with North Korea, despite Russian claims that no agreements were signed during Kim's visit. Both Russia and North Korea, two countries that have historically been allies, are currently subject to international sanctions, the former for its invasion of Ukraine, the latter for its nuclear weapons tests. The White House has stated that directly violating multiple UN Security Council resolutions, including resolutions that Russia itself voted to adopt, would be the result of any arms sales from North Korea to Russia. Russia claims to have shot down a Ukrainian drone headed for Moscow. Authorities in Moscow have alleged that Ukrainian drones launched an attack on the Russian capital sometime in the early hours of this Saturday. The air defense forces in the Istar urban district repelled an attack by a drone heading for Moscow, city mayor Sergei Sobyanin reported on Telegram. Sobyanin added in the same message that, according to preliminary reports, there have been no damages or victims at the location where the escombros fell and that emergency services specialists are already at the scene. Sources within the Russian Ministry of Defense have stated that the unmanned aircraft that was spotted over the city of Istrinsky was shot down by ground troops. Principal advisor to the Ukrainian presidency Mykhailo Podolyak warned the international community on Friday that any alternative that did not include Russia's defeat on the battlefield would be much more costly. Es obvio que cualquier alternativa a la perdida estratégica de Rusia en el campo de batalla seguida de una retirada apresurada de las tropas y el comienzo de una transformación política interna será mucho más costoso para la comunidad global que el apoyo directo a Ucrania, Podolyak wrote on his Telegram account. Se trata del desmantelamiento total de las reglas globales, una creciente inestabilidad, una costosa carrera armamentista, múltiples guerras regionales, golpes de Estado y la construcción de una alianza autoritaria global, olas migratorias, terrorismo como forma clave de dominación y intervenciones en los sistemas políticos de las democracias, ha vaticinado.